It's the High Heel Tea Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Where we speak on real topics that'll make you laugh. Looking good, smelling good, that's a boss chick. Yeah. 6-inch heel, show you how to walk slick.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Reed Podcast.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Reed Podcast.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Reed Podcast.
Hey.
And it's the podcast, and it's the High Heel.
And have y'all ever had that happen where you go after the dude with the double chains on and the Rolls Royce and the football play, and it's like those guys, those type of guys are sometimes the worst guys you will ever talk to.
But you know that already.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No, I know it's a no for me.
You just
She
don't
doesn't
deal
like
with
those
those
type of guys. Because you already know.
Like the quiet girl. You know what I'm saying? I never been like, oh, look at me, y'all, I'm Crystal. Like I've always been the girl that's in the cut. And then the dude eventually after he didn't been entertained by that, like, hey, Crystal. But me and my mom, I'm just like, I'll be cool with
So
you.
are you attracted to him though?
If you are a handsome guy that dresses a certain way, wear chains, whatever, I would notice that you are handsome. But am I attracted to you? I won't know until I actually talk to you. So even if I talk to you, I still just know what works for me. Like if you got a certain type of appearance, honestly, I probably won't judge you from a sense like, oh, you can't be cool with me. Let's meet up at an event or let's go to the bar and have some drinks together. I won't shut you out for that, but actually like a part of my life that's different. But and honestly, you can't really judge if a dude wears chains and all that stuff because if you talk to him, he probably got a story behind it. It's probably a meaning. So if that meaning makes sense, cool. But if you just trying to like kind of to what our last episode is, you trying to just keep up with the Jones and
Do I?
be flashy.
You want to be the
Hey,
popular
listen.
50 years old,
Yeah.
a rapper and shit.
But no, are you
Man.
50 years old and everywhere you always want to be seen. You're always in the spotlight.
That's
Always
that's all I'm trying to say today is
always,
that
yeah, you
as
know
we
that.
mature, it's like getting to a point where like the loud stuff, the want to be seen
Yeah.
stuff, the social media,
What Rihanna
blue
said.
check marks and all, like
Yeah.
man, it's really starting to. It's
God, blue check.
know what I'm saying. I'm talking. No,
They
no,
metaverse.
no, I ain't
They
talking. I'm talking about the blue check mark chick. In my head, I call it a blue check mark. Like back in the day. So listen, I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about the blue check mark chicks. They used to have the blue check marks because everybody looking at their body and they looking at
Oh, you saying like they check
the
off
blue
all
check
the
mark.
marks.
No, I'm saying back. So in order for
That's
you to
your
get a
word.
blue
We don't
check,
know.
yeah, that's one of my terminologies.
okay.
This is what I'm saying. A blue
Yeah.
check mark chick to me,
Okay.
back before you could pay for them,
Yeah.
you got them because you would show all of your body and be loud.
Instagram models.
Yeah, so everybody would follow you based on your body and your outward appearance and your all this stuff, outward stuff, and they would give you the blue check mark.
Influencers were able to have once you get that blue check mark,
Yes,
especially
before you could buy it.
followers, you will be looking at them like, oh, we need to link up with her and see if she want to get these shoes and
Yeah.
do some cross promotion,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah,
And then it was so crazy because even like from a business standpoint, even like
I really
you
wanted
could-
to earn my check mark. I didn't want
me too. Yeah.
I wanted to earn it.
But I think what had happened with that is that then you start doing stuff just to be able to get the blue check mark and even selling your soul. Like you showing your whole body online just in order to you
I know
you just want to do something with that, don't you?
like usually y'all know my titties be y'all be excited about these titties. And so now because they in, it's like this is given.
And you just want to do something with it. You
Yeah.
just she's like,
It's designed for you to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's what the
Like,
they
it's
put up
something
with them
there.
feathers around her.
Yeah, anywhere.
They put
I like that, and we coordinate. By the way,
It's
fashion coordinate.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just at people started doing a lot of stuff, and even now, people starting to do stuff just because they're getting paid or monetizing,
Yeah.
just to get a blue check mark. And I'm saying that I think that it doesn't fare off well, like it don't age well.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
you did all of that, and then on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you got the blue check mark, and you got a few people that want to pay you as an influencer, but all the people that's following you is like men. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you'll pick
So you
the
can't sell no women products.
Yeah.
so she's selling to you. You like, yo, okay, you wear my dresses, but 80 to 95% of her audience is men.
Them
So the
insights.
only and so you have to ask for those insights. And so actually what would be better if I was taking my branding and marketing mind
Yes.
is like you if you see a person that had that check mark back in the day, if you sold men's clothes, you probably would have done better because if 95% of her followers were men,
yeah.
and then you say, hey, can you take a picture with a guy with the suit on next to you? Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
His breath smells so fresh.
I'm bugging up.
Yeah.
You had the whole commercial going, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, market. Okay. Oh yeah, no, you are. Actually, you are. Yeah. And
Real big.
and I've been noticing this too. This is another thing. I've been noticing that some of the most beautiful, most attractive, most influential social media pages and all that, a lot of them having a hard time finding a man. Why do y'all think that is?
So it depends, right?
Insecurity.
Been having a hard time, I'm telling you.
I can't really speak. It's so hard for me to speak to what's going on with somebody else. It's so hard. It's one of the hardest things for me to do. But
Do you think if you were a man that you would be intimidated or would not want a woman
based off
that was
what
popular?
men say.
Hey, let's say, for instance,
is it by the numbers,
I'm saying-
followers, or is it
I'm
by
saying-
the beauty of the
I'm
woman?
saying if you
What is
posted
it about?
online, do you think that you would be intimidated, or do you think you would not want a woman that she got 10,000 comments of men? Oh, you're so beautiful. I want you, baby. You'll be my wife, oh queen, grand rising. Would that bother you as a man?
No.
Do you think it would bother you?
So let me. This is how I look at it. If a man can really get access to me, he not in my comments. So the men that have access to me, when I post a picture, first thing they do is probably either screenshot that picture and be like, hey, you look beautiful. Hey, I can't wait to see you, or whatever it may have you. Or hey man, you had that gold dress on, da 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 da. The men that have access to me never have to go to social media to talk to me or let me know how they felt.
These are just
right.
fans.
So when it comes to men that personally like with me, there are certain content that I know if I post, I've had to disable my comments sometimes, like beforehand, because I already know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not to be provocative on social media. It's just like, oh, well, if I do my heels class and I'm wearing dance shorts or in heels, I know my legs are strong. So I got a community of men that love strong legs. They're going to be like, oh, fight her, all of that, right? So what I tell you, let's say if you and I were talking, what I tell you is like straight up, like, them men, they never seen me a day in their life. They've never talked to me or touched me a day in their life. And I have no control over that. I've restricted comments, whatever. But if you don't get the chance to get to know me for me, then that's going to bother you. But if you have some type of internal issues, whether it's insecurity, lack of confidence, whatever, that's going to bother you. But once you really tap into who I am, the last thing you're going to care about, no man never calls me, man, who the fuck is that nigga sending fire emojis under your picture? Because you know me, I don't even care about that. And if he had asked, what you need to be more so trying to figure out is who ain't commenting. Because they can send a picture. I mean, they can see the picture and be like, hey, I want to see you tonight.
Exactly.
That picture you put in your stories, man, you look fire. I want to see you tonight. What you doing? That's not on social media. That man not gonna even make it to social media.
He's not even gonna make himself sing.
He not gonna even. He don't.
So how do you? Okay, so for the fellas that's watching, how do you properly slide in through the DMs? How do you properly slide in the DM?
I personally answered one DM.
Okay.
The reason why this guy got my attention, number one, he was someone. That was number one. Then number two, and he wasn't a blue check, but
I was gonna ask you that.
Blue check mark.
He probably is a blue check now, but he was in his purpose. He's someone that's dope or whatever. And he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't like, oh yeah, sit on my face in them heels, not man heels.
That part.
He's just like, hey, what you doing is dope. Gave a compliment. Let it go from there. Time went on. If he saw something else, hey, that's dope. Da da da. Let it go from there.
It was genuine.
And then eventually, him and I started communicating through DMs. And then eventually, it promoted to text messages. And then eventually, it promoted to, oh, I'm in your city on this day. Are you home? Yeah, I'm home. Or are we in the same cities at the same time? Let's take time out for dinner. So it went that way. So it never progressed to anything romantic. But that's that. But now, no.
No DM.
No. I feel like if you trying to talk to me, go look at my page, see where I'm gonna be at. Come support.
Oh, that's stalker vibes. That's kind of
stalkers though.
You like
She likes
stalkers?
stalkers. She okay with people popping up at her house and stuff like that.
If you knew what I said,
She's a
if
stalker.
I
She's
showed
a
you what
stalker
I
vibe
said,
person.
it's cool. But not so today. I don't move like that. Like, so this is my thing. This is why I share.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll share it with you real quick. The access to me is a privilege, so I don't give it to everyone. So if I give you access to me, I'm perfectly fine with you being in my space. I'm perfectly fine with, hey, I'm in your neighborhood. You home? Yeah, I'm home. Come on by. Like, I gave you that access. I don't give this to anybody. So,
Okay, I got you. I got that.
DMs is not the only way to communicate. What I would love for a man to know is my DMs. What I do is, if you send me a DM, you're gonna go crazy in them. You're gonna be super sexual in them. That's what you don't do.
Exactly.
But as soon as you do all that, I'm gonna screenshot you. I'm gonna post it in my group chat. And I'm like,
We're gonna talk about it.
That's what I call you.
The elites.
The
Yeah.
elites. That means you went above and beyond. You deserve the roses and the
long
moons
ass
and
messages.
I will walk over the mountains for you. I'll pour down the stars for you.
I don't know.
That's what happened.
So listen, I had went on. I remember when I was going through therapy, and my therapist was like, "You need to go on some dates. You need to."
I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah, you need to go on some dates. And I told you that time that I went on 5 dates, and I was acting like totally nonchalant, brushing them off.
Yeah.
And I went on another 5 dates, and I was opening car door and bringing roses and all that long stem. You know what I'm talking about? And the 5 times that I did the long stem and open the car doors, I got played. And the 5 times that I acted like, okay, man, I ain't trying to be with nobody. Shawty, like, hey, it is what it is. It was track. Why does that happen? Why do y'all are women attract? Or are you? Do you like a little toxicity? Just a little bit.
No, it depends.
Come on now.
Dating.
Y'all say y'all want the Michelles of the world. Y'all want the little.
What it be is like that first outward appearance. It's like that first situation that when we meet and you're talking to me about certain things and how we're going to be from there on out. If you bring along stem roses, depending on the type of woman that you're taking on a date. If you taking the hood chick that ain't never had nobody buy them no roses, of course not. She like, nigga, where the weed at? Fuck you. Like, I don't know motherfucker roses.
Hey, that's crazy.
You need to buy me a zip or something.
That's
with you.
crazy.
So it's also people that, I know it's a first date, but you have to realize that you have to get to know a person before you try to give them something that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. So then the girls that you were being more nonchalant with, they're more laid back, they're quiet, like, okay, he's nonchalant, but let me give him another chance. But you don't
They was chasing me.
That's why I say let me give him another chance, because maybe this just isn't him. So therefore, let's go on another date. Let's see if the long stem roses and the additions and the open the car doors come. And then when they don't come, eventually they're gonna fade off.
Almost every woman that not every woman. I can't know absolutes. All right, but I know a lot of situations where the guy that don't act like nothing or don't do nothing, he always
get the most attention. So my take is everything Rihanna said, that's true from that perspective into those situations. Sometimes too, because of who you are, you're a man with status, they don't care how you're acting. So you can just want to be a roses. You can come with nothing. You know, you can say, let's go on the rooftop, or let's go to McDonald's. Once they get in that Corvette,
they don't give a fuck.
Guess what? That's what you're doing. You're boosting their self-esteem.
Man, this is just too much. This is too much.
Kicker. The fact that they can get access to you again.
Yep. Also make that
come pull up. Yep. You might not have roses, it's all good, but guess who I'm pulling?
What's the name of saying his song? What Gotti say? Bitch, you doing FaceTimes in front of your friends.
Oh, my son.
I definitely didn't have that happen. I definitely didn't have. I know I didn't have that happen. I got some crazy stories. I got some crazy stories.
They all on your shit like this. Look at this shit.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then let's put another branch to that. Some of it is kind of always circling back to just that self-love. Like you will put up with anything when you don't love yourself. So the fact that you even describing like, hey, I was this and I was that. Nobody like no nonchalant ass dude. You know.
Why they chasing it like
because they ain't got enough love.
They don't got enough
man, let me say this frankly. They ain't got enough love to say, man, fuck you.
Exactly.
You know,
fuck all
I can't get 3 Koran. She had that energy. She would never.
They tripping off everything besides that about themselves. They weren't about your vet. They weren't, like you said, they weren't about your status. They weren't about all the people or things that you know or who are around you. Exactly.
He just not like that. Yes, the fuck he is.
See, you steadily trying to make me the villain.
Like that with you.
Yeah. Exactly. But the question
is open doors, take care, go there.
Exactly.
To be honest, I'm telling you, like I just got into this moment. Where it just feels like I'm just chill, just stay chill, and you'll win almost in every situation. Patience. And then I think I'm at a place too in my life too where let's just be honest, and I've told women this too as well. Like most men, when we meet y'all on site, we know exactly what we want to do. She pulled the cards out. Oh Lord, Jesus!
But before that question, but the question that I have kind of piggybacks off of what you said, but not on social media, more so in interpersonal situations. So, what if you were dating somebody whom, like say for instance, their light just shines when they walk into a room, everybody looks at them. You know, everybody gives them compliments. Every guys be heckling, looking at their ass, or like just they get a lot of attention. But they could be a Michelle, they could be a behind the spot person. That's just how their energy flows. How does that make you feel?
For me, I guess when I say the Michelles of the world, because I mean, even if you really trip off Beyonce, she's out front. She's still very sweet. And you could tell that she was programmed to be necessarily out front, but when you catch her behind clothes,
she laid
another woman,
class and all that. So I'm not saying that Beyonce ain't classy. I'm just saying, for an example of just symbols or whatever. Or the analogy is that a lot of what I'm saying is that there are a lot of good women out here, and I think that most men are going for the same thing and the same look and the blue check mark and you got these followers and all of this and the other. But for real, to tell you the truth, the woman that really might make you happy is that woman that's sitting off in the cut. She chilling, she's supportive, she's nurturing, she's caring. And I'm just saying, going into the new year, just anybody around me, not even just relationships, but anybody that's like has that servant's heart. Those are the people that I want to keep around me. That's it. And whatever role that is, like a servant heart is just being able to play the role that God has for you. So like if you're supposed to be out front, you can be out front. If you're supposed to be in the middle, I'm cool with being in the middle. If I'm in the back, I'm cool with being in the back. But I just learned that like some of the most helpful people to me around me, even right now, they not loud at all. They like really back in the cut. And so I'm just saying, going into the new year, really want to spend a lot more time not overlooking things. Because you could be a little vain. You could be vain as a man and you got status and all that. Yeah, you got to be open minded. So that's pretty much all I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? But you're trying to put me off into the community. She's been waiting to pull these cards out, bro. Here we go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Here we go.
I got one question. All right, so it's a question.
He nervous. He like, wait.
I bet y'all wrote this shit out right because I got to read it out loud. Okay, cool. How long do you think it takes, on average, for a man to know what his intentions are going to be with a woman?
Instantly. I know exactly. So you got the wifey category. You got the smash category, and then you got.
I like that.
I'm just
like how this is coming.
No. Listen, and then
you're putting perspective to how
your wifey.
Instant.
This is something just attraction. Or I'm just seeing if I still got the juice. I'm trying to get you on the mind. I'm not even gonna call you.
Wifey, smash, boredom category.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to us.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what you said when you get.
But once you're in wifey category, like I know that. So, but what I don't respect is that a lot of people out here playing and making you think that you wifey category. That's not cool. No, that's not cool. I think. Well, I mean, if you talk to any real woman, she'll tell you that, like,
Eventually,
if you
yeah.
just tell the truth and let her decide, you might just get what you want. And so I just think that, like, the deception thing out here is like really crazy. Just tell the truth. Like, I promise you, if somebody giving you their number, they already got intentions as well too. It's like for something.
It's something.
Yeah, there's some type of attraction.
Yeah.
With you.
And here's another thing that I'm just really kind of learning being on the market is that just because you're attracted, like I think we didn't got so overly sexualized to the point where if you see something sexy or attractive that you got to be with them or date them or try to sleep with them. And like, no, like maybe I was supposed to do business together.
Yeah.
And I was talking about that the
Friendship.
other day. Like,
Yeah.
I was with my partner in Atlanta and it was this very attractive girl. And I was like, go, bro. I'm talking about, hey, yo, she that, right? He like, nah, bro, you don't want that. Like, oh, what, you crazy? I definitely want. Oh no, hey, bro, hey, I promise you, I want that. And he said, hey, this man, hey, oh boy, I've been praying for this. What are you talking about? And he said, nah, bro, like,
that's the outward appearance.
Yeah, no, like he was like everybody knows her, and she's a very respected person. So you want to make sure that if you would make more income and impact partnering with her than trying to
have an intimate relationship.
You know that this is not what you're trying to marry. Let's just be honest. You're not trying to marry this. If you really understand and sit back and chill, you'll understand that sometimes people that you're attracted to aren't people that you have to be with. It might be people that you're called to make an impact with. And I just think that we got to a point where social media and everything has got us to this place where we are literally, we see something pretty or cute and we're trying to get the number for purposes of like vain things. But we really, as men, for myself, I just speak for myself. Hey, when I see you, I know exactly. And it ain't even just a look; it's an energy. Because I've seen a pretty woman, that don't mean I want to marry you. Like I'm saying, I know what category by the way that you walk, the way that you talk,
how you present
the
yourself.
spirit that's on you too as well. Because
you can see that finesse spirit on the
well. Once you get to a certain level in life and you've been around and you've dated and you've been around a bunch of different spirits and people and energies. I mean, let's just be honest. Your discernment level should be high. You know exactly what's going on. Like it's kind of like being in a car. And let's say, for instance, everybody around you, everybody in the house and you smoking or whatever. Like, even if you don't smoke, when you step outside the house, you're still gonna smell like smoke.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. The people that you hanging around is that, and the books you read, and the TV shows that you watch, and all these different things is giving an energy on you that can be felt that puts you in a position to be courted. And so I just, for me, it doesn't take long. The hardest part, I got two hard parts. Can I be honest? I got two hard parts. Okay, two hard parts. Two hard.
You been lying this whole time?
No, I've been lying. What
time has he been lying for?
Man,
the last 10 minutes is the truth.
The last 10, just only the last 10. Everything else, that was a lie, y'all.
It's the truth for real. Okay.
And let them
two things.
I'm gonna say 2 out of 3.
Yeah, nah, I can't tell you the third. 2 is that I think that when I went through like my divorce, I think in my head, I think there's something in the back of my head that makes me feel like love ain't forever. And so I did have
like a call type of situation.
Yeah, I think for as a man, when we love like I believe, like when we ask that question, will you marry me? We believe like tooth fairy, and when you get divorced or you break up or something like that happen,
it's like a reality.
It's like the tooth fairy ain't real. I cried. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something. I cried when I don't want to don't tell nobody. I cried when my mama. What's up, mama? She might be watching it. My mama told me, she pulled me over one day. We was driving. Now I believe the Santa Claus and I believe in the tooth fairy. Yeah. My mama dropped on me in one quick 60 seconds. Everything. Hey, listen.
It ain't.
The tooth fairy ain't real and Santa Claus ain't real. And I cried, boy.
Nobody's real.
Hey, listen, she told me that.
Warming at night.
I kind of felt like that when I went to the divorce. I felt like, man, it was not real. And so what has happened to me is that I had one situation that got away from me. You can see I'm smiling like it was a nice little situation. Come back to me.
Baby, come back. Baby, come back.
Hey, boy, ain't nothing like that one that got away. Hey, listen. Hey, you let that one that got away.
Get away. But
I self-sabotage that situation because
because of that.
yeah, I self-sabotage the situation. So that was like my
But
honest
you
thing
weren't
is
all
that
the way healed
I
yet.
wasn't. I had to go to. I was going through therapy. I was probably in session number 10 of therapy. I done did 50 now, but I was in session 10, and I just it was looking like it was gonna be that. Like we
You were scared.
no, we was getting ready to go there. No, we was it was man. I'm talking.
But he
Hey,
boxed
listen.
her though. He boxed her. But
Hey,
it leads up
hey.
to the question that I have. What you just said was a very good point about being a divorcee. But when a man wants to marry a woman, they really, really love them. Within that space, if that is the case, why do men that are married cheat on their spouses?
Like, what y'all thought y'all immortal to getting divorced?
All right, so y'all want to hear my answer on it?
I'm not cheating. I'm gonna cheat. For you bitches never better for worse. That's to the point I want to put a
If this is the point where you saying I really love her, I want to marry her. This is the person who is for me. But it's so many men out here.
Before you say, let me tell you what my divorce did to me. So it wasn't solely like, damn, marriage wasn't forever. It showed me the degree a person would go to betray you. And that still to this day, it gave me a sense of like PTSD to where we in churches and I'm coming to like illness now still to this day because I never knew someone would go to that extreme to betray that said that they loved me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for you, it's like, damn, bitch, I didn't know you were gonna leave.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey,
Yeah, I left.
And I agree with you on that one. I feel like my relationship showed that too. It showed me genuinosity. It showed me about like when you get into a relationship, you're friends first. And you're supposed to be friends and love a person regardless of wherever y'all relationship takes y'all.
Yeah.
But when things get rocky and y'all don't like each other no more, that shit go out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And there is no more genuine shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really understand. Like I don't know. And this situation was a real situation, and I straight let that thing get away.
Because you boxed her.
But this is the
Because you was scared.
I'm not sure if you can get her back, but I will tell you what you could do is you can be real with the person about it all if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? And that, although sometimes even though you don't feel like you need the clarity, whatever, because she could be like, damn, I tried to show up for him. I tried to support.
She showed up for me in a major way.
But you pushed me away. So you as a man today can just say the timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
At that time, I did acknowledge you was dope, you was this, but no matter who you was, I wasn't who I was.
And let me tell you how I knew. Like y'all want to know how I knew that she was the one that got away and she was the one. It was one thing that
you ain't trying to get her back, but go ahead.
Yeah, boy, yes I did. Man, I went. Hey, listen, I wanted her back. Let me tell you how far I went. I went so far as that I was like, man, I gotta get her back.
Yeah.
I sent her 12 roses to her job, but she didn't know. In the back of my head, I had already talked to my people, and I was like, I'm going to keep 12ing it up I'm going to double every single week until she say, yeah. I went 12, 24, 40. She said, hey, that's really cute that you're doing that, but I got a man. I said, oh my God.
Let me tell you.
Oh my God.
When somebody no longer wants attention, constantly deflect.
Boy. I said, boy.
You great.
Hey, I said, boy, that's that one that got away. But you know, I tried though. I tried. The thing I will say is that I learned a lot about, being prepared for what you ask for. Because it is true. People always be like, even when they talk about relationships, they'll be like, oh, what God got for me is for me. But you can still mess that up though.
Oh yeah.
We don't understand that. Like
that circle to my question. Why do men cheat when that's what they really say?
All right, so listen. It's two things on that. Like I had when I started jumping up like that, that means I'm uncomfortable. All right. So it's two things. Y'all ready to hear this? Y'all want me to tell the truth?
Why you keep lying to us?
Not lying. The last 20 minutes is